Oh dear, from behind? Oh dear, from behind?
Okay, chat. How are you guys doing? How's it going, Nightwolf? Thank you again for the raid. Also, Black Rose, I see that resub. Thank you so much. I don't know if you've been here when I've announced this, Black Rose, but for the month of October, subscriptions and donations are going towards my Halloween stream. Hi, Nova! How are you doing? Yeah, so donations and subscriptions are going to my Halloween stream. The 5 games that I'm putting up for bidding are up in the top left there. Luigi's Mansion, Castlevania 4, Inscription, Code Vein, and Dark Souls 3. Where did you want to put that money to, Black Rose? You're preparing for bed, but figured you'd stop by and say hi? Oh, thank you, Nova! It's good to see you. Go get some sleep. Go get some sleep. Dark Souls? Sweet! I gotta actually find the thing. Okay, Dark Souls 3! Also, I've been told that I've been cheating this in your guys' favor, because a subscription should only be $3. So there, $3 towards Dark Souls 3. It's poetic. It is certainly poetic. Also, I feel like that should be a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger that way and a little bit shorter this way. That looks better. Who's ready to get into this game, chat? I know I am. Helps if I actually have the video game open. I'm going to be in hell the next day or two while I figure out my mic filter. Oh, yeah, I heard you said that over on your server, Nova. You've had to completely reinstall Windows. Or did you update to Windows 11, or are you still on 10? The one thing you didn't back up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Updated and reinstalled, so you're on 11 now? Gotcha. Working a 13-hour shift right now, 7 more to go. Well, you seem to enjoy your long shifts, so I believe in you, Black Rose. Sadly, yes. I'm so sorry, Nova. You got this. You got this. I promise, you got this. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how easy it is to do anything in Windows 11. I know that they've got like 1,000 AI stuffs, but that's about it. Oh, hey, Edel. Do I? Yes, you do. You definitely have got this. It's not too bad, but it is annoying. Fair. Well, look who's back. I was actually just asking how things were going for you. You've been through a lot, but I'm glad that you were able to meet up with Prince Oliver again. Did you know, Mary? Did you know that he was alive? Whoa, how did you know that already? Did Edel tell you? That would mean... Now that you mention it, I was kind of surprised just how many of our friends were aboard the Courageous 2 when it showed up. Oh, I've known about the Courageous 2 for a while now. God damn it, Edel. There is thunder outside, chat. I thought it had calmed down. I'm hoping that my stream doesn't end up disappearing. So when I saw the opportunity, I took the liberty of getting in touch with instructors Mary and Makarov and our old classmates. Stark helped out as a branch campus contact, too. That's incredible. I always knew she was pretty unflappable, but this? I've heard stories about her family, but she just puts the stories to shame. Oh no, it was nothing. Anyhow, thanks to that, we managed to get the main campus kids dealt with. Took advantage of the confusion to put a stop to the Zauber Soldat training too, so that's a plus. That is a plus. No more Zaubers. It really is. We're gonna do our best to push back against the main campus and the IDF from here on. Of course, we can't ignore our preparations for that other operation either. Other operation, chat. The key to making it work is getting everybody to play nice together. The other operation? What are they up to now? You know the old field exercise camp in the Sutherland? We've been putting together a little something there to help support you. Ooh, what do they got? You should go check on it if you have the time. You're getting close-ish to the end of Sky Third. I believe in you, Nova. Thanks, maybe we will. I'm really curious now. I guess we can make a stop at the old Sutherland field exercise camp later. Oh, Adol, there's something else we need to talk to you about. Oh, Reen, is there something I could help you with? Here, quick on the uptake. Munk actually sent us over to ask you a favor. Oh, no thank you. I don't want to help him. Reen told Adol about the radio program and asked her to act as a stand-in. Sure, I don't mind at all. That's a great help. Thank you. You're never one to shy away from things, are you? Well, I wouldn't say I'm as brave as you, Toa, but I know Munk must be in a real bind over this. The radio station's just a short walk away from here. I'll head straight over once I've wrapped things up. Sounds perfect. Edel has agreed to perform. Wonderful. You've got another scene. Oh, I've got superb dishes.
You have my deepest gratitude.
This looks absolutely delicious. I can't wait to give it a try. We'll take a bath.
A good break.
We took a bath. Is there anybody upstairs? I haven't actually, like, done anything in this campus. Or campus? Dorms. These are the dorms. Doesn't look like there's gonna be anything we can do here. I forget exactly whose room is whose. I want to say this one was Ash's?
I'm going.
My turn. My turn.
Not that we can really examine anything. Oh, nope, those are Kurt's swords. This is Kurt's room. And that's Kurt's roommate. Saber. Was this one Ash? No. No. What about up here? Why is there a jukebox in... Oh, this is Randy's room. 10 mirror per song, sure. Yeah, that sounds like Randy. Of all the things for her to add to Randy's room, a jukebox? And the music is gone as soon as I leave the room. Let's explore around Leaves a bit. Got any new trading cards? No. And I already have the proverb. Really? You're the only person here? Welcome! Looks like Rachel's out, so what are you doing here? Me and Cheryl are trying to get her brother and Rachel together. Oh. I mean, I don't really care about it. Other than you guys coming back, there's nothing fun going on. The whole town's kind of down. If Rachel and Marcus get closer, at least teasing them about it might be fun. That's why I decided to help Cheryl. I see. Don't go overboard, alright? Young love. Anything new? Nope. Door's locked. Damn. What about in the boutique? Well, at the very least, I've got two strictly better, whatchamacallit, shirts for Allie and Musei to wear. That said, the men's shirts are not that much, or not better. Welcome to Lapin Boutique. Oh, you're behind the register today? Heh, yep. If you're looking for my brother, he and Rachel are probably sitting in a tree. Why do I get the feeling you're up to something? Just a little bit. We could explore around. Hi, Gina, Daisy, Barney. I heard there were a lot of soldiers drafted from around Grenville, so I thought maybe... Well, why did you have to get a draft card, Dad? I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do about it now. I have to. I don't want to leave my girls. No, don't cry, Dad. You're gonna make me cry too. Please don't die, Dad. If you come home with even just a scrap, I'll be so mad. Barney was drafted too. Even if it's how things are, it's still very difficult. Yeah. Got any got anything fun for me? No, not really. Neo-Suyan. Hey, Peter. Hey, Rod. Interesting. Very interesting. That's an awful lot of Guardian sightings in such a short time. That's not all. Even the smaller fish are affected. The ecosystem is changing more or less on more or less every level. What's going on in Ereboni and Crossbow that's affecting these fish? Any idea, Rod? They say you're on par with a fishing baron, so if anyone might know, it's you. This does remind me of something. It was back when the fishing baron and I were just starting out. Just like all of you, we started seeing changes in the wildlife we didn't understand. In our investigations, we encountered the legendary fish said to appear at the significant turning points in world history. I think I see where you're going with this. Yes. Here on the brink of full-scale war with Calvard, the legendary fish must have appeared once more. It was likely called back into action by the fear and turmoil spreading across Zemuria. We're in a lot deeper than I expected. The idea of all the lore behind all the fish is great, chat. I love it so much. No. Fuck, every time I hear that thunder, I'm a little bit scared, chat. That's some loud as fuck thunder. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess there's other places even within Leaves proper that we haven't been to yet. How are things going in the capital? Everyone's excited about the war. They're all shouting stuff like, "Woohoo! We can finally put Calvert in its place!" A lot of people showed up to support the troops when they moved out. It was like a parade. The entire city's caught up in this frenzy. We're talking about... Oh, in Heimdall, yeah. I don't think the residents of Heimdall realize the gravity of the situation. The value of an Erebonian life and a Calvardian life is the same. Everyone is important to someone. Why can't they see how awful it is to take away someone's loved ones? Lisa! I've been thinking the same thing. Something's got to be wrong in the capital right now. You might say so. It's kind of insensitive for me to not think about Lisa's fiancé. Like she says, people's lives are on the line. I need to think about the war properly instead of just getting absorbed by the frenzy in the capital. Hey, a Caesar salad. New dish. Can I make it? Well, yes.
Now let's begin.
Let's see if we can find out who makes it amazing.
Oh, this is... What a pain.
As well as somebody who can fuck it up. At least once.
The hell's this?
Strength defense up large for one turn. Huh.
Let's begin.
Interesting.
Ooh, this one? Let's begin. Now we're cooking.
Can Fee make it well?
Huh, it worked.
She can make it regular.
Leave it to me.
How about Tina?
I made this one extra special.
Zeiss Power Salad. 8,000 HP as well as strength and defense up for 7 turns? And 10 CP on top of that? Dang. Will I make more of that? Absolutely not. Where else have I not gone? The chapel, the mayor's home, and the private home. Good luck, kids. Chapel. Rosine's not here. Because she's on the Merkaba. Unless she is, but nope. Now the mayor's house. Do you remember my son Frankie? Do I? When the main campus students left, he began re-waxing the entirety of the school building. His lower back really hurts from bending down for so long. I've given him one of my compresses to ease the pain. It may be because he's never really had a goal until recently, but he's putting everything he's got into making his dream a reality. I know he could be conscripted at any moment, but as his father, I wanted to support him as much as I can. That would really suck for Frankie. Can we go to the... There doesn't seem to be anyone at the branch campus. We don't need to go inside, but I want to. Video game, I want to. Okay, before we do too much exploring of the rest of the world, let's at least grab Beryl. Where is she? There she is. I had a feeling you were here, Aaron. I'd give a lot to know why, though. I'd also give a lot to know how. She claims she got lost in the woods and simply ended up here. That's a bold-faced lie. Walked right through the barrier and into the village like it was nothing. Sorry to surprise you all like this. Ever since I first heard legends of a hidden land somewhere in Isthmia, I've been dying to see this village for myself. It was a tough journey, but now here I am. With Beryl, I feel like trying to make sense of things only makes things more confusing. Is it even worth trying to ask you for more details at this point? I simply follow where my destiny guides me. I don't understand. There should be no way for a normal person to get through the barrier on their own. The what, chat? The teleportation stones may still be a little off-kilter. We should probably look over them one more time. A wise decision. I sense an ill will blowing in this village's direction. I fear what the future may hold. Is that so? She sure is a strange one. So long as you're here, Beryl, try not to cause any trouble. I wouldn't dream of it. The Hexen clan and I are just fellow seekers of the truth in a universe of mysteries. How is she the weirdest thing in this village? That's a great question, Reen. How is that the case? Oh, come on now. There's no need to be shy. You want me to perform in your little drama, yes? You know what? She is a fortune teller. I guess it makes sense that she would know this. That's right. Nothing ever slips past you, Beryl. You saw right through us, huh? Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. No, I don't mind. Fate must have guided you to me. Under one condition. Seeing that I finally managed to reach this village, I'd care to return as soon as this is all finished. Of course. If you're ready, we can all head back to the Courageous 2 right now. So I was last on your list. Interesting. Yes, but also, you just were the last person that I happened to find. Very well. Let's see how this all plays out. Beryl agreed to perform. Reen and the other 4 replacements gathered at Radio Tristan leaves. Once the script had been read and cast, and the cast received directions, the recording began. Okay, on to the next scene. It's still pretty early on when reporter Rory first approaches Noon. She might be Nanai's twin sister, but she's got a hidden agenda. Hey Noon, you're looking as serious as ever. It's been a while since you've seen Nanai, right? Why don't I patch you up instead? Things that people wish were said to them. That's my cue. You know what? We'll keep up the flirty approach. Of course, it'll have to be in exchange for the juicy info you've got. I see how it is. You're on that side this time around, huh? And that's a wrap. Reen, you did great. Vivi, could you try something a little different? No! Damn, I thought for sure that would be the correct thing to do. That's what I thought. I'll try to be a little cooler. Let's try it again. Okay, this next scene is around at the end of the first half. Noon found a code and goes to consult the librarian, Hein. His colleague, Oct, appears. They don't get along, but they respect each other professionally. Let's take it from Hein's response after saying goodbye. They appear to only be colleagues, but there's an unbreakable trust between them that can withstand any clash of their fiery attitudes. Sorry, it was just so touching. The wellspring of my heart was overflowing with emotions. I have to get it together. I wonder what you're thinking about, Dorothy. Work your reluctance into the performance, pull yourself together, and continue. I have no way of knowing what I'm supposed to do. Pull yourself together? You were asking about the description, yes? It seems that the language of the ancient Zemuri is the key. Thanks for coming back to your senses. Would you mind giving me the specifics? That's a wrap. That was absolutely perfect. You guys worked perfectly together, bringing out the best of both the lead and the heroine. I'm so glad. I managed to rein myself in. Good job, Dorothy. What's gonna happen if things get a little more intense? I don't know, Reen. This is the second half. Nuna survived Ock's attack and has to rely on Velvet for help. She's a mysterious fortune teller he's encountered several times before. Now, she says... The crystal ball of and the tarot cards hint at a single possibility. Who is behind the incident, and why they caused it. And why Jinopei's controller is still having problems to this day. Now for the next bit. Confirm for Noon with a touch of sadness. Confirm for Noon with a smile on your face. Sadness? Noon. I think you of all people should know. It's Oct, isn't it? He wouldn't bother lifting a finger to help someone unless he respected them. For something like this, the list is very small. The culprit here must be... And that's a wrap! That was perfect. Bring out the best of both... Yep. A woman of mystery shows a little compassion. That's why the big reveal is so dramatic. That's what you want, right, chat? This is the climax. The government has declared martial law in the capital. Selma was pulling the strings, and now she moves to enact a plan to defeat the Chancellor. Conversation unfolds between Noon, who's made it in time somehow, and Selma, who possesses a demonic sword. I will throw my own life away for the sake of this kingdom's people. If I don't, the kingdom will fall to the crown princess and the Chancellor. Our dearest hope, the second princess, will be lost to darkness. I can really relate to her in this case. Out of my way, Noon! Don't make me hurt you! I see. Your resolve to see this through is indeed impressive. In that case, I'm even more prepared to stand my ground. And that's a wrap! Reen, you did great. I think it'd be better for you to underplay the emotion a little, Edel. Damn. Probably. Should I ignore the curse of the demonic sword? I think in these circumstances we can. Then I'll try a calm, dignified approach. Reen, I'm very sorry. Could we do another take? Damn it, chat. Of course! Considering that I didn't look up the answers, I don't think I did awful. 2 out of 4 ain't bad. Great work, everyone. I loved listening to it. No, thank you. We were able to finish it with this. We'll be able to finish it with this. Some of you might have had a few issues, but they were immediately fixed. I wish you guys would just join the show as regulars, but gosh, Munk, it's just like you to get all carried away like that. But I guess it does feel great to get complimented. It might not be too bad if such an opportunity arises again. Yes, I am so looking forward to Noon and Ack's deepening relationship after all. I mean, you get to meet the real world Noon and Acht, so... After I've seen the hands of fate play out, I may help once more. You mentioned that the broadcast date is only 4 days off, right? I'll be asking Director Michael to look things over before signing off at the broadcast. I have to get the editing done today. I'm really fired up for this. Dorothy and Vivi went back to the Courageous 2 ahead of the others. Edel also decided to delay her return to Lemaire to stay on the ship for a little while longer. And Beryl returned to Erin Village through an unknown means. We're never gonna be answered that question, are we, chat? Radio Stars Reborn. AP increased by 1. We got an Epic Bell. What does the Epic Bell do? Art Strength plus 60, Time Art Damage, and Art Delay halved. Got 1, 2, 3 Nova Hall gems. All that's missing is 1 for Allie. And I definitely don't have enough time Sepith to make another one. Okay. We've got someone to talk to on the Courageous, apparently. Is there a actual new conversation? Hi, Edel! Oh, Edel, I didn't know you were here. Well, I reached a nice stopping point in my meeting with instructors Makarov and Mary, and had some time before the recording session. So I thought it might be nice to catch up with my old gardening club friends. Aw, that feels so nice, chat. I'm glad that we did that. Or I'm glad that she's doing that, rather. Alright, I guess you were all in the same club. Let me guess, Reen. You forgot about me, right? Well, I was in the gardening club, too. To be fair, this is probably the first time he's seen all of us together since graduation. You're not wrong. By the way, Edel, I saw you in the Imperial Chronicle a while back. Oh, you mean that column of Rex's, right? Women at Work? It was a little embarrassing to be featured in like that, to be honest. But it was good publicity, and it did help with my vegetable sales. Vegetables, huh? Back at school, I only ever raised flowers. Might be fun to try veggies next time. I think I'd like to give them a shot, too. Please do. I think you'll find it a very rewarding experience. You should both come visit my family's estate sometime. I could show you the fields I've been cultivating. I think this is about as exciting as a gardening club reunion can get. They are all very excited, Reen. Don't ruin this for them. I'd better leave them be. They probably have a lot of catching up to do. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I can offer you Superb and you Awful Dishes all in the same room. How am I just now realizing that it's Yuna behind the counter today? Hey, Instructor Reen. Would you like to try some of Yuna's homemade hot cinnamon milk? Sounds tempting, but I'll pass. While I'm here, I'd like to compliment you on the great job you did at the Luna Shrine. It was a real challenge to keep up with the other older members of our team. And we learned so much new information. I still don't really know how to feel. Though I am glad I got to hear Milliam's voice again. Same, Allie. Same. That's sisterly love for you. What I said, that was a figure of speech. Milliam is Milliam. Simple as that. Sure, of course. Sorry to pry, Allie. It's been full-on work since morning. Everyone's hard at work, though. Not just me. If I'm gonna recharge for the afternoon, I'll switch things up by doing some cooking. Don't overwork yourself, Yuna. Keep it within reason. Okay. Okay, now we've still got a lot of places to go. Let's start with Erin Village again. Anything exciting happening within the atelier? My guess is probably not. At least nothing too exciting.
Now.
Anybody upstairs? Somebody is upstairs. Is it Rose? Is it Vita? It's Rose. I'm exhausted. Won't someone bring me something meaty and some juice, or something meaty, and some juice and sweets while they're at it? She's really taking it easy, huh? Well, a short rest can't hurt. I do have some jobs to take care of. I was gonna pop out in a little bit. Besides, some carefully focused slovenliness over a short period of time will help me restore my mana. That's certainly a rather skilled of you to manage in a way. If you say so. Anything new for sale? Hello, welcome to Lemuric. Is there a reason you're buried in books? Oh, don't mind me. Ever since the mastermind behind all of this was revealed, I've been going over the history books. I would have never thought that the Ebony Knight was lurking behind all those incidents. You know what, that's fair. However, if I reapproach these documents with that in mind, I can easily understand what the gnomes are thinking. I can feel all my doubts about the questions melting away. Wow, that's, great. Would you happen to know if anything new information has turned up yet? As a matter of fact, yes, in regards to the completion of the Great Twilight. The Black Workshop is entirely unfit for this purpose, since it is cut off from the spirit veins. Ooh. So they must have taken some special measures to fix that. In contrast, we're trying to come up with a plan to strike that point. I see. Indeed. This is thanks to you all activating the spectral moon mirror. I'm truly thankful. Ashen Awakener, Children of Thors, take care of yourselves on the rest of your journey. We will, thank you. You ain't a child of Thors. You have anything new that I can buy? No. I could buy another copy of Reen's glasses that I already have equipped. Oh. Buy all the cards, chat. Go to the Orbital Factory. I knew those gnomes were good for nothings the moment they betrayed our clan and tried to lay their hands on the Great One. But now it seems the Dark Dragon's creation was just as much a disaster for them as it was for the rest of the world. Right. If what the Spectral Moon Mirror showed us about the real mastermind is true, the gnomes have been through quite a lot. We may have lost our elder, but they lost the holy beast. And of course their pride. The curse shackling them ensured that loss. Well, there's no reconciling with them now. All that we can do for them is to oppose their plans to the very end. Yeah. Not only to pay tribute to them, but also prevent this world of ours from being destroyed. The confidence of youth. You're welcome here anytime. I'll tell you all I know about the other rivalry participants. I don't have an attack 3 orb? Really? I mean, I can change that real easily. Make EX orb. Just make all of these things, chat. Oh. I'm missing an EP2 gem? Really? speed 3, and then instead of power 1 and 2, power 2 and 3. There we go. Is there a bonus scene here? Entering the hot springs with Elisa, Fee, Emma, Laura, and Sarah to trigger a sub-event. Okay. All the girls of old class 7. Got it. Elisa, Laura, Emma, Fee, and Sarah. Haven't I already? Oh, this is a different fortune teller's home. Fairy Spring.
My turn.
Okay, I've brought everyone here. Let's go to the hot springs, chat. Reen and the others enjoyed the hot springs, and they took their time resting in the village. Soon enough, a familiar group found themselves together in the open-air bath. What? Wait, Celine? Looks like I'm the odd man out here. I'll just be Reen. I think you are in every man's dream right now. No need to be so shy, Reen. These aren't any worse than swimsuits. Nothing scandalous here. Besides, we even have Toa here with us this time. You sure do. This has me thinking back to when we went to the hot springs in Ymir. Wow, time really flies. Yeah, that scene was not in the game, Toa. Still not sure why I need to be here, let alone in human form. Fan service, Celine. Because you can be a part of fan service. Well, either way, I'm glad you agreed to make an exception and tag along, Celine. Can you believe your luck, Reen? You can basically have your pick here if you catch my drift. Honestly, the fact that so many women are this comfortable being basically naked with Reen. Lucky man? Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone does, but I can't say I deserve any of this. Why not? I mean, I'm the one to blame for the crisis this world is now in, the Great Twilight. And yet here I am, relaxing with my close friends. Got so many people I can lean on and trust. I don't really deserve to be so lucky. Don't be so harsh on yourself. I think you do deserve it. Reen, it's really alright. Times like these are really precious, so we gotta make the most of them. Agreed. If you wish, I'll even scrub your back for you. Take off some of the edge. I would love that, Laura. Then I'll take care of his hair. Guys? I could help tend to your ears too, if you'd like. Oh, this is gonna be like that. I'll be on shoulder massage duty. Oh boy. This is all a little much, don't you think? You made the girls feel sorry for you, so this is what you get now, Reen. I'll grab us some drinks. And maybe snag a bite or two. I don't think the type of bite that you want is gonna happen. But maybe, who knows? And so, after an extraordinarily decent soak, Reen stumbled out of the hot springs, recharged in a variety of ways. Thor's Unity rating increased, because of course it did. For research purposes, we do have your bathing clothes. We do not... How do I not have her bathing clothes, chat? I have hers. I don't have hers. Don't have hers. I have his by almost default. Okay, well, that is enough people that I don't have, by which I mean Emma, or Laura. Then I'm gonna go quick take a bath. Rain's all alone. And they're all absolutely talking about Rain.
How nice.
Laura, Fee, and Sarah all got their bathing clothes finally. Okay. Now let's swap in my correct team again. Boom, there we go. Double check that it auto tactics us correctly. That did. Good job, game. Onward to Saint Arc, chat. Fortunately, with the way that I do things, I just kind of pop in, see if there's anything new for sale or if there's anybody that I recognize, and then kind of pop out. You say General Le Guin is part of the rebel forces. Know your place, Commander, or Commoner. I haven't heard anything about General Le Guin from the newspaper or the radio. I was just saying it was suspicious. Exactly. Weren't you implying the General is part of the rebellion by saying that? I mean, maybe. The government announced that General Le Guin is at the front line waiting for an opportunity. This is a seriously detrimental to the war morale. Manager, call the Imperial Defense Force immediately. Calm now. Please calm down. You both seem to have expectations of General Le Guin. We don't have much information. Why don't you discuss what you do know calmly? You have a point. Maybe it's good to hear the positive rumors. I'll bring you some tea. I hope you can find common ground. They're concealing the existence of the Viceland army with that kind of excuse, huh? I don't need to rest. I've rested like 5 times in the past 10 minutes. Exaggerated, of course, but I have rested several times. Is Fiona here? Nope. No, Fiona. What about Shrek? No? Okay. But, you got anything new? No? What about the department store? Do you have any new hair? Or books? I'll take books. None of the above, chat. Do you have anything new? Strawberry Pecky. I've already used one. I already have an Ebb. Do I need more battle scopes? Not really. Oh, hey, Toval. Oh, hey! Toval paid me a secret visit just earlier. He was doing much better than I thought he'd be. It was such relief, but he really does like to cause a scene, doesn't he, huh? Yeah, he was doing better than the dead that you thought he was, Kestner. Ah, Toval showed up here? Yeah. I used to provide some assistance to the Guild St. Arc branch back in the day, so Toval and I were well acquainted. The branch may be gone, but there still needs to be somebody to help to sort the help requests and provide weapons to bracers. We have also been collaborating with the Legram branch in certain cases. I see, that makes sense. I heard about your situation. I can't do much, but I hope to fully support you and the bracers. If you ever need weapons or armor, you're always welcome in my store. Thank you very much. Anything that's actually worth getting. Break damage plus 50%. I don't know what to replace it with yet. Rider gloves. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Break damage 50%. Unless I should just go with this. Well, first craft, but then equip him with a second set evergreen. Possibly. Anything interesting in here? Probably not. What have you got for trade? I still don't have a white petite croquette. Do I know where to get one? Not really. Yeah, no. Actually, there's nothing in here. I still have a septium vein equipped? You're not supposed to be there. Hang on, chat. Uno momento. While I look up what I'm supposed to have in that slot. Builds. The Cornelia gem, of course, of course. There we go, that's better. I was wondering why he was only triple overkilling enemies instead of quadruple overkilling them. Much better, chat. Anything new from you? Milk crepe. Rainbow milk crepe. Buy 10 of those. What about at the Orbital Factory? Anything exciting happening here? Probably not. Nope. Strengthen weapons. Nothing can really be strengthened, chat. What about at the apartments? Anything exciting going on here? I doubt it. No one in there that I know. Nobody made their way into our room, did they? Nope. Onward to the Noble District. Oh, there's a scene over at the Duke's mansion. I took him for a nag, but he turned out to be a sensible man. Very well, I accept your offer. Charles signed the agreement. Charles? You gullible idiot! Didn't notice the carbon paper underneath, did ya? You signed 2 deals at once, you fool! And guess what the one you haven't seen entails? Illegal things because you're... That's illegal? What are you talking about? You just donated all your land to me. I'm gonna put your tenants to work. Have a summer cottage built here and whatnot. War's not my game. My plan is to live comfortably right here. That's exactly what I'll do thanks to you. Ha ha ha! I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but the contract you speak of is all soggy and illegible. Good! Fuck you! I've met you 2 minutes ago. Fuck you. What? But you didn't spill anything on the table. How did this happen? I suppose the tablecloth was still wet from when I washed it yesterday. The paper on the bottom got damp and the ink bottled all over. Charles got lucky this time. I don't think a signature on carbon paper is legally sound, but still, that was a really nasty scam. Good to know that it's, the fake, agreement isn't legally binding. When Lord Dendere revealed the carbon, paper trick, I could feel all the blood drain from my face at once. But fortunately, we were saved by Izzy's clumsiness. All's well that ends well, but if it's all the same, I prefer not to have a conversation with my doctor about my blood pressure in the near future. That is understandable, Krista. Marcus Higharm's mansion. Marcus Higharm's? I was under the impression that you were in hiding. Apologies for the intrusion. I need to have a little confidential discussion. Would you mind terribly if I had it here? A confidential discussion, you say? Make yourself comfortable. This is your mansion, after all. Is that Lucy with him? This golden hair, young lady. I don't think I've had the pleasure. It's nice to meet you. I'm Lucy Sayland, secretary to the Grand Prince of the Principality of Romiferia. Today, I speak on behalf of the Grand Prince. Romiferia? I do have some information on the movements of the country. I thought they'd join an alliance with the Mildeen to take part in the war. I wonder why they're negotiating with High Arms. So that means Romiferia is still keeping themselves open to other options. Marquis Ballard, would it be possible to speak with you? I know that his lordship is well informed of the situation in all aspects. I hope you'll use your great wisdom to help advise us on our best way forward. Why do I sense sarcasm in this line, chat? All right, Wilhelm. You have an abundant experience when it comes to political maneuvering. This is easy. Well, of course, I will definitely offer you the best advice I possibly can. Do you mean it? Thank you so much. Come now. Time is of the essence. Let's make on our way. Sure. Let's use the office. I'm impressed by how easily you persuaded him. Well, he's a horny old man. She's a pretty young woman. What else needs to be said here? It's due in no small parts to the efforts of your lordship. I wonder what else he could do for us. Shall we get going? It's a good thing we weren't any earlier or later. Secretary Lucy is holding a meeting with the two marquis. Doesn't look like it's about Operation Milmirage. How very interesting. She's in the office. Might be a good time to visit her. We can go and say hi. I wasn't expecting that. Hello, everyone. Who would have imagined we'd run into each other again so soon? Good to see you again, Lucy. Sorry if I interrupted your talk. I don't mean to be a bother. Oh, don't be silly. You're not a bother at all. Besides, the things we are discussing here today affect you just as much as they do us. It's hard to argue with that. But putting that aside for now, I've been traveling a lot lately, so I picked up a very interesting novel to read in transit. It's set in Romiferia, so that immediately caught my attention. That being said, would you mind taking it off my hands? My bags are heavy enough as it is. It'd be nice to know it was going to a good home. Okay, sure. Can't wait to give it a read. Thank you so much. Here you are. 3 and 9, Chapter 8. Now, if I were Kyella, you would have to check to make sure this book wasn't bugged. But rest assured, no gift I ever offer you will ever contain any sort of listening device. Good to know, I guess. Thanks. How is my 3 and 9 collection looking? I've got all 8 chapters so far. Got all 3 parts of that, both parts of that, both parts of that, and all 8 issues of the Imperial Chronicle. Go to count all time. It's been a while since we got a break together. Things have been hectic indeed of late. I heard that you got a message from Mary the other day. I did. It sounds like they've implemented a full-scale military training curriculum over at Thor's. She's in charge of training training for a new type of Panzer soldats. My poor girl must be stressed beyond belief. My darling daughter is instructing in the use of deadly weapons? This is exactly why I was against her becoming an instructor at the military academy. That does it. My sweet, kind-hearted girl will participate in this foolish war no longer. I'll get in touch with the principal and... Please calm down, dear. The other instructors have been helping Mary however they can. It sounds like she's in the clear now. Well, as long as she's safe. By the by, speaking of instructors, I trust that she's not been propositioned by any ne'er-do-wells among the faculty. About that. You really do dote on that girl. It's okay. Also, looking at her, that's probably not the correct voice for her. Seems like a side quest stream, kind of. It has been a explore everywhere and talk to people stream. Not everybody, but I have been talking to a lot of people. Seems like your transfer is confirmed, Warrant Officer Allen. I've heard you've been reassigned to the Zauber Soldat unit on the front line. Oh no, not Allen. Can't imagine General Craig or Lieutenant Colonel Neidhart are going to be too happy about that. Then it's a good thing I went over their heads and straight to the IDF for the transfer. Oh boy, he's going up against he's going against direct orders for this chat. Though it's technically not official until the war really starts. Why'd you bring it up? You looking for a transfer too? The 4th Division's not what it was. You'll never win any glory unless you're in the right in the thick of all the carnage. I don't know, sir. Being on standby and keeping the peace is still an important job. I suppose there's nothing we can really say to convince you of that now, though. But we'll all be rooting for you anyhow. I don't need you cowards to root for me. I can't believe you throw away a chance to crush the Republic once and for all. Fuck, the Great Twilight's really got a grip on him, doesn't it? Well, if you won't come, then you won't come. I'll just have to take down that many more enemies in your place. The Republic streets will run red with blood for the glory of the Empire. And so that Bridget and I might finally have a future. You'll have a future without the war, Alan. That doesn't even sound like Alan anymore. The curse's influence over him must be getting stronger. I don't like this. I don't think anybody likes this, Toa. We were told about something here at the Sutherland field, actually. Durflinger! Hi, Annabelle and Kenneth. Instructor Reed, it's an honor to see you again. You guys here to see what we're working on? That's about the size of it. Your plan was to use the Durflinger and the Arc Royale to destabilize their defenses, right? It won't be easy dealing with the RMP and the Intelligence Division either. We need to think outside the box. We're going to need plenty of supports to find the Gonna need plenty of support on the ground in the lead up to the final rivalry, too. It'll be no easy feat, but Instructor Michael taking command of the Derflinger should inspire confidence. As for the Arc Royale, that's gonna be packed up to the gills with Thor's grads. We've got a lot of friends in the military, so we should be able to poke some holes in their defenses. Now, when you hear it all spelled out like that, it really brings home the scope of this plan. Have you ever known Thors to do things in half measures? By the way, Kenneth and I have been traveling around making arrangements for the 2 trains' destinations. We'll be safe here a while longer, but we should probably start thinking about where we want to go next. Right. I was thinking we can get closer to the front without being spotted. I trust your judgment on this completely. You both have a real eye for details. Must beat all the time they spend looking for the perfect fishing spots. Well, this would be the catch of a lifetime. Thanks, everyone. Best of luck. Of course. Be careful out there, you guys. Wait, it's all fishing? Always has been. Derflinger. Hi, Michael, Celestine, and Fiona. And Michael. Good day, everyone. Celestine! I didn't realize you were here. I didn't realize that Fiona would be here either. I don't think I've seen you since the airship incident. And my, how grateful I was to have you there. Things could have been much worse. Fiona, Instructor Michael, it's good to see you again, too. I understand you've already been briefed on the plan? Please? That's right. We'll be participating in the diversionary tactics. The handling of the Derflinger will be left largely to maintain... Blah! The handling of the Derflinger will be left largely to the main campus students, but the coordination between all parties will be key. So, the main campus students get the Derflinger. Right now, we're just working on the logistics of it all. Oh, is that why you're here too, Fiona? Yes. I came to discuss matters with Major Michael in Father's stead. He says the 4th Division is going to turn a blind eye to any movements on the Derflinger's part. I see. It makes sense the General wouldn't want an order like that to trace back to him. Thanks to that, getting around should be quite a bit easier. We're just going to start drawing up some more concrete plans when you all arrived. Marcus Hyams has agreed to provide support to the operation across the board. I will also be on hand for the duration to offer what assistance I can. Thank you, Celestine. I'm sure you'll... Thank you, Celestine. I'm sure you'll be a great help. Right. I'm feeling a bit more confident already. Anybody in car 1? Yes, actually. Never thought the network comms could be used like this. Hurts my pride a little, but I think I'll be taking notes from the source, if you don't mind. I don't know why that would hurt your pride to take notes, but sure. We can take a shower in here still. Good. They didn't get rid of that function of the Derflinger. Can't go shopping, though.
My turn.
Although I think this is the first time we've been able to explore the Derflinger as Class 7 students instead of just Reen. No Ada? Interesting. Nobody really in here. I mean, obviously there are people here, but I had a feeling it was coming, but my draft card finally arrived. I'm trying to cram in as much weaving as I can before it's time to leave. I've practically glued myself to this loom. Poor Lou's gonna have to manage all of this on her own soon. So I want to lighten the workload as much as I can in the meantime. Aw. You don't happen to... No. They do not, in fact, have an extra wig for me. Anybody at the inn? Anybody worth talking to at the inn? I've already done everything that I really... Maybe not everything that I can do when it comes to my ornaments, but everything that I'm really wanting to do for now. Actually, that's probably one more thing that I'd want to do, but I'd have to trade instead of... whatchamacallit? Trade instead of forging. That's not a door, chat. Kind of looks like one, but it is not. Hey there, Izzy. And that is all of Sutherland. We still have West and East Lemaire. You know what? Let's do Milsante first, since that's bleh. Hey, wait for me! Why are you running to Heimdall right after I've been drafted? You still don't understand? Are you worried about Mira? Our savings should be more than enough to sustain you while I'm gone. Losing the position I've built for myself hurts, but at the very least I can make sure the two of you... Exactly! All you talk about is work and Mira. You're going off to war! There's no guarantee we'll be together again as a family. So this is all you have to say before you go. But I'm doing this all for us. No, you're right. I didn't realize that was her arm. I thought that she was pregnant and he was looking at her belly. She is not pregnant. Do you have anything worth buying? Gale plushie. I already have that. We don't happen to have... Ooh, there is a new Master Quartz. Prevents ailments and stat downs. Waits magic attack, 20% chance. Reduce art delay after wind attacks. Ooh. If only that were good as a sub-quartz. I don't suppose you also get... No. Sirius gives me evasion up. Maybe equip it as a side thing? No. I do like my 24% evade magic attacks on Diva. Think I'll keep that. Anything exciting at the inn? Sydney? Hey, Sydney's dad. Don't push yourself too much when I'm not home, okay? Make sure you walk slowly and rest often to avoid straining yourself, okay? If something happens, I won't be able to help, and everyone else in town has things to... Come on, I know that. You don't have to spell it out. I can't believe that even in times like these, all you can think about are your parents. Quite the inverse of the last group that we spoke to. I feel like I'm somewhat responsible for you receiving your draft card. If only my legs weren't bad. Maybe if I could move properly, then you wouldn't... Controller is still having problems. Dad! Damn it, why are you going on about something like this when I've already accepted it? Sydney's doing his best. We all have to pull up our socks, too. I'll make it back home, and then back to the inn. Oh, I've got no doubt about that. Do you have anything delicious? Well, nothing that I don't already have. Anyone that I know in here? Not really. Okay, chat. Time to explore Ortis. Immediate scan of the area. I don't see any, whatchamacallits. Any sub-events. That's the word I'm looking for. Do you have a new food for me? It's nice to see you, Bartolo. How have things been since we last saw you? Pleasure of you to stop by, my lady. I see you've brought your friends along, too. Nothing out of the ordinary here, just more and more of the residents getting conscripted. Noble factions aiming to use the war to get their esteem back, if you ask me. They shouldn't couch their chickens before they hatch. From what I heard, there are some in the noble faction cooperating with the Viceland army. But a vast number of nobles are tangled up in their own issues. You can't bet they're gonna You can bet they're keeping to themselves for now. Anyway, apart from that, it's pretty much business as usual. Well, looks like it looks like they're back at the house now. Wanna go say hello if you haven't already? I'll do just that. Thank you, Bartello. New recipe. God, what is this between the creamy risotto and the gelato, and can I still get it?
I got this in the bag.
I'm hoping you don't, Yuna.
What a pain.
You might be able to make this amazingly.
Oh, not bad.
Please eat it all, even if it's not good.
I'm hoping it's not.
Whoopsie.
Thank you. Look at all these people in my party, right? God,
me to
so
prepare
many.
Let's give it a try. This is quite good. Won't take a second.
Can Crow make the wild girl amazingly?
Look what I whipped up.
Can't hurt to cook once
How
in a
about
while.
Angelica?
Ooh. Let's get cooking.
This either means it is Toa.
I'm pretty proud of this one.
It was Toa, chat. But yeah, so many people in my party, Black Rose. Your grandparents are home. It's a pleasure to see you all again. You as well, grandmother. And what a relief it is to see that you, grandfather, and Setsuna have all returned safely. I hope you've been leveling up other people other than your main. To be fair, their levels are not what I'm concerned about. I'm mostly concerned about the fact that I need to keep them all quartzed up. There's 20 fucking characters. Yes, all thanks to you and your daring plan. After you left, Master was able to conclude his business and return home without incident. I'm honored that you thought to visit. From the sound of it, the conference regarding Mil Mirage seems to have been eventful, to say the least. Yeah, that's certainly one way to put it, Count. That's one way to put it. We're lucky the IDF and armor divisions weren't in the area, or we would have had an even rougher time. Honestly, even if the IDF and the armor divisions were there, I don't think they could have done anything because we were in neutral territory at the time. Thank you. I'm guessing you're one of the people we have to thank for the Courageous 2's timely appearance? Well, the particulars of its arrival were only revealed to me after the fact. Thank you so much for the clapping penguins, Black Rose. It all began when I was chatting with Marcus Higharms about a third path. We've been traveling around the more remote territories, building a collection of nobles who support that more moderate way. It wasn't an easy trip, but it allowed us to reconnect with old friends. That made it all worthwhile. Honestly, that's been this whole game, chat. Reconnecting with old friends. In the process, the guild reached out to us, and we've been passing information on to His Highness ever since. That would explain what the Courageous Two's, That would explain the Courageous Two's impeccable timing. Even I didn't see that one coming. Well done, grandfather. We don't have much time left before the war breaks out, yet I believe you can open up that third path with the Courageous Two. I'm expecting great things from all of you. Thank you. We'll do our best not to disappoint. Please come back whenever you please. I'll have a steaming pot of tea ready for you. I'll hold you to that one. Or, more than likely, I will forget by the time we next come here. Looks like Betty's dad is going to be home for a while, but she's completely absorbed in her never-ending quest for a boyfriend. You'd think she'd have way more important things than that on her mind right now. Nah. It was so great seeing my dad again. I wish I could have been under better circumstances, though. All the cuties in the neighborhood getting conscripted has really thrown out my quest for a boyfriend out the window. Yeah, why is it only the cute guys, huh? Come on, if I can't search for my future beau, then what's gonna motivate me to keep helping out with this place? I'm not asking for the perfect package, like some rich stud with eyes just for me. But still, isn't there at least one hot guy left? She's certainly enthusiastic, to put it one way. Oh, that guy there. He has the cutest smile just now. His style is a bit crazy, but he seems nice and hot enough to make up for it. Do you think she's talking about Ash or about Reen? This is my chance. Hey! Try the recommended dish. Found it! Sea Breeze Bouillabaisse.
Initiate cooking mode.
Have you ever had Bouillabaisse, Black Rose?
What a pain. Oh, not bad.
Neptune Bouillabaisse.
Allow me to prepare something.
What could possibly be better than Sea Breeze?
Let's begin.
Forgot to have Elisa try.
Oh, what is this?
Attack power A, freeze 50.
I'll handle this.
I got this covered.
Do you, Sarah?
Won't take a second. This is some real...
I can handle this.
Can Duvali cook this amazingly?
It must be.
Dang, we tried everybody.
What a pain.
Nobody made it exceptionally well.
There.
Guess
Allow
we
me
have to go
prepare
to
something.
all of them all over again.
I'll handle this.
Will you?
I got this covered.
If
Won't
I
take a
still
second.
haven't gotten it after this second round, I'm just not going to bother anymore.
This is some real...
I can handle this. It turned out splendidly. Prepare yourself.
Literally the last one. Welcome. Are you ready to order? We'll even slip in some extra fish stock just for you. It's not going to be easy, but I won't give up. I know what I want to say. I know what I want, and I'm not going to let it slip away. I could swear someone's staring a hole through me right now. Or, I still haven't finished the North Street. Everybody's crying because their family is getting conscripted or whatever. Okay, there's the Ortis Mansion entrance. Huh? You guys? The governor has ordered us to allow our honored guests to pass through. If you have any business here, please feel free to go on through. In short, it means that we're free to come and go. I'd like to give him my regards. Should we drop in? Duke Cayenne's mansion is now accessible. Hey, Carl. I'm glad you're here. It seems you've been through a lot, but it's a relief to see you're all safe. Thank you. But the way you put it sounds like you must be aware of our situation. Yes, I may have heard something about it. It made me sick when I heard that the meeting between the country leaders had been attacked. Honestly, you should have expected that, Carl. However, it seems a certain individual showed up in his new airship to save the day. Perhaps it's just best to say I'm glad you were all safe. Wow, you do know a lot. The situation isn't great, but we've been entrusted with everyone's hopes. We have to do what we can to be a beacon of light for them. I'll be looking forward to doing so. The momentum pushing us towards war is increasing even here in Ortis. I intend to monitor it myself. Thank you. We appreciate your efforts. This is a duty of mine as an interim supervisor. That and watching over the Empress. She must be worried. Why don't you go and say hello? You should be able to find her at the banquet hall. Schwarzer, do we have the time to go see the Empress? Yeah. For this, of course. The banquet hall is straight down this corridor. Please go ahead and explain this current situation to Her Highness. There's been a lot of issues in Ortis, too. I suppose all there is to do is examine the situation and handle things appropriately. Nevertheless, I'm expecting great things from you. Nothing over there. Yes. Oh. Well, I guess now we can come back and redo this dungeon if we really wanted to. I don't see why you would, but you can. Nothing we need to do this way. Governor Regan's blessing, we should be able to meet the Empress. Should we head to the banquet hall? Yes. A servant showed Reen and the others to the banquet hall. It's a pleasure to see you all again. No. The pleasure is mine, Empress. Sorry it took so long. It's an honor to make your acquaintance again, Your Highness. I'm glad to see that you're well. I suppose you've heard about what's happened with us. Thanks to Governor Regnitz, I have the main details of your exploits. Reuniting with your friends and Alphen accompanying you on your journey. And even more importantly, that dear Oliver is safe. I did not mean to go into auto, and now I can't connect to the controller for a sec. There we go. There we go. He is. He is, Empress. It seems like you've heard it all. We were just as relieved, and maybe even more surprised. He's helping us find a third path to walk. I don't know how much we can help as our country marches into war, but we're gonna do everything we can as members of Thor's to stop this awful tragedy. I'm grateful to hear that. You've all done so much to help me, and yet I can't do anything in return. If only I could have told His Majesty about this. I heard the date of his operation is close. Yes, that's right. Sometime within the next few days, apparently. All I can do is pray to Adios for the operation to be a success. Your Highness. You can tell she really loved the Emperor. Yes. We did hear a lot has happened. Please, let me pray for him to recover too. I'm sure she would want nothing more, Ash. Thank you, all of you. Please look out for Oliver, Halfin, and Cedric too. We will, Your Majesty. By the way, do you want to play Palm Party? No! Is there somewhere else within the... Oh, that's... Floral residence. Yeah, we can come in here. Door's locked. Damn. Ortis Cathedral. There are certainly people. Sister Sienna. But nobody that I really want to talk to, chat. Mama, this is for you. A special Friends Again coupon. You and Papa can make up with this. Aw. Oh my, thank you very much, dear. But you know, your Papa and I haven't fallen out. Are you sure? Of course, I wouldn't lie to you, my sweet Lily Bell. We're discussing something, and perhaps I may have gotten a little carried away. We'll talk it over when he returns. Okay, you better do it right, Mama. Of course, sweetie. Oh, I feel bad for her. Are you the dad? No, you're the butler. Oh, Miss Lilybell. I see you've been hard at work trying to help your parents. You've truly grown up so much. Now that you don't need my help anymore, it makes me feel a little sad. Oh, it's my back again. Keeping this up is gonna be tough. But I can get through it. I have to look after the young miss through thick and thin. Well met, my friends. I trust you've been keeping well. I want to apologize for all the trouble. Given the choice, I'd never have kept you in the dark for so long. Please forgive me. Lady Ferris, please. There's no need for all that. That's right. You have nothing to apologize for. Just being able to see you alive and well is enough for us. You really were worried about me, weren't you? Of course, because they care about you two. Aha, I hadn't noticed you there. I take it you've started touring around different parts of the Empire? Yeah, we're making our rounds, going everywhere. Yeah, there are still some things we need to get done before the next rivalry. I heard you two are planning on doing some traveling as well. That is correct. We've already dropped by the family home and gotten permission from Father. Lot. Not as many as I thought I had. After we confirm the situation within the city, we plan to visit the Merkaba that made an emergency landing near the main road. We'd be very grateful if you did, thanks. Until now, our operations have been limited. But from now on, we can do everything we can as members of Thor's. Then considers us members of Thor's too. Right, a business may take a hit, but that's a small sacrifice in the face of everything going on. Lady Ferris, if there's anything you need, just say the word. Thank you very much. But we're still only planning on checking up on things. We certainly never intended to take any of your stock. Though naturally, we would not turn down any help you would offer us. And we want to help. Though not many, we are overstocked on certain supplies. If you'll wait a moment, I can compile a comprehensive list. Ooh. They sure are devoted to the Floralds. It makes sense, though. Riviera Court's been through a lot, but the Floralds have given them hope. Yeah. A couple? Hey. Give him to Emma. It's a gift for Emma, chat. Go to the tavern. I don't know why I thought this was agate for a second. Lake Lord the Third. Ah, if it isn't young Reen. Greetings, Ashen Chevalier. Branch Manager Cedrin. Lork Laylor. Cerdin, not Cedrin. Lork Lake Lord. Not often we see you two together. Haha, indeed. We ran into each other not long ago. Both our investigations took us to Ortis at the same time. Curious coincidence, no? We were just discussing what we discovered. And I think you may find it particularly interesting, Chevalier. Oh, really? Indeed. The shadow of a giant fish was spotted in the sea cave on the Orus Coastal Road. From the eyewitness reports, it's likely some species of giant swordfish. No doubt it would prove a feisty opponent. If you're any kind of fisherman at all, I'm sure this must pique your interest a little. Since you're in the area, perhaps you should take a look for yourself. I'm not exactly a pro, but he does sound worth checking out. Yeah, probably. Thank you. I might look into it later. New fishing point, chat. Oral Coastal Road. Where's this new fishing spot, chat? I see it.
Let's get going.
I'll be there soon, giant fish, I promise. This way, right? Yes. It'd be crazy if we could catch up or fish up one of those things. Or better yet, one of these things.
We must take care. Be on guard. It's strong. I got this.
Have I already? Yes.
Hey, you rest in peace. Very well. Huh.
Now. Arcus, I'm going. Ha ha.
Can we freeze? Beautiful.
There.
Can we freeze again? Beautiful.
My turn. Huh.
I'm going. Yeah. My turn.
I got this. Not today. Behold, the Vander style.
Vander style
there's some fish there.
beheld. Casting.
Bite received. Heavy tension on
First try, chat. We
this
are
one is rare.
god gamers. Easy catch. Giant swordfish. This must be the catch Lord Lakelord and the others were talking about. I guess I should let them know just in case. Reported the catch to the Lord Lakelord and the branch manager, Certain. This glittering jewel-like beauty. There's no mistaking it. This is a Zafiro Espada. Catching this on your own couldn't have been easy. Actually, Lord Lakelord, it was super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Heh. You left us in the dust rain. I'm seriously impressed. I wish Estelle and Lloyd could be here to see this. Fortunately, I took a picture of it. We can send it to them. Oh? I'd heard rumors those two were good at fishing. It's true, then. I guess. Knowing that makes me feel closer to them in a weird way. Anyway, I'm sure to prepare a prize worthy of this accomplishment for you. Thank you. I am in fact missing... Well, that's probably one of the legendary, or one of the great fish. So it's probably something that I can find if I know where I'm looking. This is almost certainly the legendary fish, and then this could be either a great fish or a regular fish, I don't know. But before that, there's nothing else. I am only missing 3 fish, chat. What if I caught 16... Oh, snow crabs. 11 tiger aroas. Quicksilver carp, I've caught 7 of those. Oh, hey, we found the Merkaba. Oh, Rosina Bridget. Phew! Now this is what I call a photo op. The nigh immaculate Sister Rosine hard at work in a glittering airship framed by a perfect blue sky. Make sure you're asking permission, Rex. That is all I ask. At least you're trying to justify your attempts to take pictures of Rosine now. Other than that, you're just the same Rex we knew back at Thor's. But you know, even if you take pictures of the Merkaba, you can't exactly write about it. Well, if it isn't Toa! Mind if I get just one picture of you? Maybe one that looks a little more adult? Can I kick him in the face, chat? Huh? Adult? What do you mean by, what do you mean by that? He means that you look a little short. He wants you to grow a few inches before he takes a picture. Rex, choose your next words very carefully. Man, there's so many subjects worth interviewing around here. Rosine, Bridget, Toa. Oh, I know. How about you ladies of the new Class 7 join in while we're at it? Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there. We all decline. But if you wanted to take a few pictures of me, instructor, that would be a different story. Muse, please. No. I can't actually go... Or is it the other side? It's the other side. I can go inside the Merkaba, maybe. Yes. Yes, I can. Can I do anything in here? Is it worth it to come in here? Who knows? But I can, chat. I can't leave via teleportation, but I can enter. Usage of this computer appears to have been suspended. The game said, hey, you're getting your request somewhere else. You don't need this one anymore. Let's go. Maybe I should talk to these two? Hello, everyone. Ah, so this is where you were. I knew about the emergency landing, but didn't expect to find you here, Bridget. I came running as soon as I heard about what happened. The time we spent in Thor's meant a lot to me. I couldn't just ignore you in your time of need. Thank you so much, Bridget. We can all use the help we can use all the help we can get when it comes to repairs. Leave it to me. Mint taught me a lot about orbital science. I'm actually rather handy. Mint as a teacher, chat? So the Gralstritter, was it? You've been with them this whole time, Rosine? I'd love to hear more about some of the work you've done. I'm afraid I'm not allowed to go into too much detail. That's okay. I know how things can be when you're sworn into secrecy. Yeah, her fiancé probably can't tell her everything about the military. But my help might be worth a story or two, don't you think? Looks like Bridget twisted her arm. She may not look it, but she's quite the negotiator. Anyway, it's going to be really hard to handy to have the Merkaba back in working order. Good luck with the repairs, girls. Thanks. We'll give it our best. Good luck to you. I'm sure I'll see you again soon, okay? We have the entirety of Raquel, the entirety of Ulster. Let's go to Old Lemaire Road. Hey, Rains! Oh, if it isn't the Ashen Chevalier. Class 7, too. I take it you're reporting for the Crossbell Times right now? Actually, I accompanied Grace here. But, things sure are taking a while. Guess this means the deal's not going too well. Alright, I've got to say that's got me kind of curious. Is that so? Well, it's not exactly unrelated to all of you, if I'm being honest, so if you like, why don't you head upstairs? We'll do just that. Might be worth seeing who's upstairs. Who's upstairs, chat? I'm sorry, there's a side quest up here? Nielsen, Grace, and Thomas? Oh, it's you guys. Instructor Thomas. And the lady from the Crossbell Times. And Nielsen Toa. Good to see you two again. Oh, that's not her voice. Good to see you two again. Reen, Toa, it's been quite some time. It seems I just missed you and Aaron. Like ships passing in the night, aren't we? Yeah. Gaius and Rosine told us you'd been there. So, who's your friend over here? Oh, okay, they haven't met. That checks out. I've seen you around, but I don't think we've actually spoken. Those eyes. He must be blind. He is.
I had better make a formal introduction.
Is this the first time we've met him
Nielsen,
this game?
Freelance journalist.
Of course. I'd already heard all about you. The redoubtable Miss Herschel. Class 7 and the Ashen Chevalier alike. Redoubtable? Or perhaps it would be more accurate to call you the ultimate sacrifice of the Great Twilight? Okay, who leaks that story to him? How do you know that? No one thinks it's his business. Mr. Nielsen taught me everything I know about journalism. He's even won the Pulitzer Prize several years in a row with that. Oh, I was really rooting for Dorothy and Niall. He's covered the mysterious incidents in Liberl, the DG Colt incident, even the annexation of Crossbell. Wait, really? I don't recall seeing him in Liberl. If he was in the Sky Trilogy, that would be, like, pretty great, actually. Wow, that's an impressive resume. I remember hearing about you, but what are you doing here with Grace and what are you doing here with Grace and Instructor Thomas? Well, first off, allow me to apologize for not helping you during that little incident on the Pantagruel. You see, there was a certain something I'd been searching for at the time. An artifact passed down through the Imperial family. The final volume of the Black Records. You mean the secret books you and Reen were deciphering? Between flame and earth, the wavering darkness begins to spin the tale of the end. First, the conflict of the great gods of the second pillar. The second, the fusion of earth and flame, and the completion of the 7 vessels. Third, the beginning of the 1,000-year city, and the acceptance of the Grawl. Fourth, the disappearance of the Holy Beast, and the catastrophe of the Whispering Dragons. Fifth, the recapture of the capital and the Vermilion Curse. Sixth, the Lion's War and the sacrifice of the Holy Maiden. Seventh, the appearance of the giant pillar in the north and unwanted child. Eighth, the sacrifice of the village and the 100 Days campaign. Ninth, the great blue tree to the east and the appearance of the cursed castle. Thus the 1,000-year-old wish was fulfilled. When the sacrifice is made and the ancient blood flows, the path to the Grawl of Erebos shall be opened. When the tainted holy blade is pierced by the blade of the world's end, and its blood fills the Grawl, the great twilight shall fall upon the land. Come on, chat. Or, come on, controller. Thank you. So, there's actually more to it than that? That's what His Majesty told me when I visited him in St. Ursula. There's an additional volume relating what will happen after the Great Twilight. Sadly, however, His Majesty never read it himself. Just remember, whatever's written there doesn't have to be true. Whoa, it can even record the future? That's artifacts for you. They operate on a whole different kind of logic. All that stuff about the Recluse Club back in Liberl? Whoosh! Right over my head. I think all of us are at a loss over it, to tell you the truth. Lucky for us, Mr. Nielsen's already gotten hold of the last volume. Right? How do you know that, Reen? Huh? Ooh, right on the money. My. This must be the work of the 8 Leaves School's famous unclouded eye technique, no? No, it's just called basic logic. It is as you say. I possess the final volume. It took a month of searching all throughout the Empire. And curiously enough, though my own eyes themselves are clouded, I could still read the contents of the book. Is it conveniently written in Braille? That this is the final volume of the Black Records is an unmistakable fact. Naturally. Once I heard about it, I set about negotiating a trade. In the end, we settled on a very simple condition. All you have to do, Reen, is give Nielsen an interview. Wait, that implies that they knew we were going to come and say hi. Huh? Me? But... Oh, don't worry. I don't actually plan on publishing it. I've already pieced together a few basic facts from your lineage alone, as well as the unfortunate position you've been placed in. Nevertheless, it is in my nature to seek out the truth, and I want to find out exactly what's going on here in Erebonia. What better way to get to said truth than ask one of the people directly involved? Everything I've heard puts you at the center of all the strange happenings that have occurred here over the past few years. Yep, that's one of the curses of being a main character, Nielsen. Would not recommend. I'd be happy to give you the last of the Black Records, in exchange for answering a few of my questions. Reen. Goodness me. Wazzy told me you were rather perceptive, but it's already unnerving rather unnerving just how much you already know. What do you say, Reen? The decision ultimately lies with you. The war is only 5 days away. This could help allay the situation, if only a little. I guess so. Yeah, we'll do it. You can ask me anything you want. You have my thanks. I really appreciate this, Mr. Reen. Hey, do you mind if I sit in on the interview? I'm joining in too. No journalist worth her salt would let a chance like this get away. No, get out of here. Toa, Thomas, and Grace remained in the room while everyone else left to wait outside. Thus did Reen's interview with the blind journalist then begin. Now, Reen, I understand that Thomas was your history teacher. And given Miss Herschel's grandfather's expertise, I'm certain she knows her fair share as well. So I'd like to press right on and get to the heart of the matter, if that's alright with you. Yeah, sure. I have to admit, I'm feeling a little nervous. You can go ahead and start whenever you're ready. Can't let my nerves get to me. Sorry. Let's begin with a quick synopsis, then. As it stands, the Great Twilight phenomenon is currently enveloping the whole of the Empire. The force behind it is called Operation Jormungand, while the resistance against them is referred to as Mil Mirage. Moreover, the key factors in this entire dilemma are the 7 Divine Knights, as well as the 2 Septarians they had been forged from. Great number of the implications behind these events are too much for humanity at large to handle. They make the history of our entire species feel trivial, meaningless even. But if we seek out the truth with an open mind, I believe there's more awaiting us than mere existential dread. What's happening here goes beyond just Erebonia. There are a myriad of different factors at play. I see. Sounds like this is about to get deep. Just how much does this guy know? One of those factors is, of course, the Erebonian Empire. Thanks in part to the Arnor family owing allegiance to neither of the clans of the Earth nor Fire, they quickly rose to prominence. Thus today, Erebonia stands as one of the oldest nation-states in Zemuria. With the help of the Septarian Church, it quickly expanded both its territories and its influence. That spectacular growth was also what gave birth to the Empire's unique class system. All of which culminated with the War of the Lions 250 years ago. There are plenty of intriguing rumors regarding what went on behind the scenes, but that's not quite what concerns us at the moment. What does concern us is what happened in the wake of the war, something that's exerting an influence on the world even today. Do you know what that is that I'm referring to? The curse? I think so. Advancements in weapon. What significant change occurred after the War of the Lions? Advances in weapons technology, several severe decrease in population, the post-war Renaissance. Advance in technology. No, all the stuff with the Divine Knights happened behind the scenes. They didn't really have anything to do with the Orbital Revolution. Plus, a lot of the cavalry's tactics and firepower used then existed before the war. Which means it must be the Renaissance? You mean Dreikel's post-war Renaissance, right? A whole lot of innovations were introduced during that time, stuff people couldn't even dream of back in the Dark Ages. Helped make the country what it is today, making huge leaps forwards in law and economics and culture alike. Well, the founding of Thor's military academy is the perfect example. That's right, because anyone can enroll regardless of class or nationality. It helped a lot of the commoners get into the Imperial Army or obtain the government posts. Thinking about it like this, Excuse me. You could say it also. You could also say it indirectly led to the formation of the noble and reformist factions, and even the Civil War itself 2 years back. Right, the noble faction would never have been so militant if those class distinctions hadn't been so pronounced to begin with. That likely had repercussions beyond the army and the government as well. Very good. It seems we're all more or less on the same page. Now let's move on to the factors at work outside of Erebonia then. God, it is 1 o'clock. I need sleep. Now, I realize it's a rather broad description to use. So for our purposes, we'll just narrow it down to Liberal, Northumbria, Jurai, Nord, and Crossbell. Calvert also borders the country, of course, but it really deserves to be in a category of its own. Whether the Nord Highlands counts as part of the Empire is up for contention. Crossbell has been contested territory for hundreds of years. But these territories weren't under Erebonian rule when the Empire was first founded. Even so, their impact on the Imperial matters back then was by no means small. We have, for instance, the Nord Highlands, where then Prince Strykles began his campaign. And the Burl found itself caught up in the 100 Days' War due to the massacre at Hamel. Tragedy born of conflict with the Empire's class system. Of course, it goes without saying that each of these situations began from within Erebonia. But there was one specific event, not directly connected to the Empire, that still had a great influence on its future. Does any of this spring to mind, Reen? Let's see. Guardian statue in Northumbria disaster. What highly influential event occurred outside of the Empire? Dry's mayor's resignation. The only thing that I know of that fits the bill is the salt pail, the one that appeared during the Northumbrian disaster. We still don't know exactly what caused it, but it definitely wasn't the Empire. Are we sure that the Empire didn't somehow cause this, Reen? A natural disaster like that would surely have had far-reaching consequences. That's true. It set off the sequence of events that led to Northumbria changing from a principality to an autonomous state. Many refugees fled to Erebonia, and the newly established Northern Jaegers found plenty of chances for employment when they were hired by Erebonian nobles for proxy wars. And Northumbria's troubles spilled over to its neighbors in the west. Dry's resulting economic hardships were just what the Empire, or rather Chancellor Osborne, needed to turn its people against Crow's grandfather. Yeah, that's exactly right. I see. When you think of it that way, you can really start to glean the wider impact the disaster had on the world. Even the Imperial Liberation Front's creation can be traced all the way back to it. Quite right. It's an event that certainly deserves our consideration if we aim to properly unravel the goings-on of the Empire. Let us conclude by moving over to the happenings to the east. Again, to narrow things down, we'll specify east to mean Crossbell, now part of the Empire, and the Republic of Calvert. We may end up bringing other powers of the continent into the discussion, but for now let's focus on these two. Calvert has fought with Erebonia for control of Crossbell for centuries now. About 100 years back, their monarchy was overthrown and the Republic established. Then, 72 years ago, Calvert and Erebonia negotiated shared rule of Crossbell, effectively turning it into an autonomous state. But some 30 years ago, before that, Crossbell was actually part of the Empire. Were you aware of that? Come to think of it, I think we did touch upon that in our history classes, if only just barely. I guess an Imperial school wouldn't want to give a lot of attention to losing a territory. We still have the old Governor's General residence from when we were last under Imperial rule, too. The old pro-Erebonian speaker took the place for himself. Apparently holding some seriously shady underground auctions there. Oh, missions like this are a common story, I'm afraid. For the Empire, the shared jurisdictions represents a loss, a humiliation. Thus, they gave it less and less prominence in their histories over time in an attempt to cover it up and diminish its importance. I see. Yeah, that about explains it. Dreikel's post-war renaissance spurred Calvert on to make a great number of societal changes, many of which led to them increasing their own sphere of influence, eventually resulting in the dispute over Crossbell. The tension between the two nations has festered throughout the generations, especially on the side of the Erebonians. And the curse is bringing all that animosity to the forefront. Calvert's revolution was a time of rapid change and upheaval. These things are never exactly simple, but there was one force that was instrumental in overthrowing the old social order. How's your knowledge of international history, Reen? Do you know what it was? Well, what force helped overthrow the Calvert monarchy? Immigrants from the east, nation-states from the east, the Septine Church. Church has a policy of keeping out of secular matters. Immigrants? A lot of people emigrated to Calvert around that time. They still do to this day, in fact. Indeed. At the time, Calvert was verging on the brink of an economic collapse. Said that the merchants moving in from the east gave the revolutionary forces enough financial aid to tip the scales in their favor. There are also rumors that Eastern assassins were sent after major leaders on both sides. Ah, so that's how the flow of people from the east affected the Calvert's revolution. The revolution led to Calvert's autonomous statehood, which in turn led to its struggle for independence and subsequent re-annexation. The re-annexation that led to Calvert taking military action, and the results of that battle led them to deploy their agents to Heimdall earlier this year. I'm starting to see how it all connects to Operation Jormungand and Mil Mirage. Yeah, there's more behind-the-scenes dealings to this than just Erebonia's. This isn't really an interview, is it, Mr. Nielsen? It's more like a debriefing. Thanks to you, we now have a much firmer grasp of the continent's past, present, and future. Yeah, that is, in fact, what his interviews always are, Reen. All these events laid the groundwork for the curse of the Empire to take root. The way you put it, even my becoming a sacrifice for the Great Twilight sounds like it was inevitable. Yes, it was. Can you please stop saying, "Oh, I fucked up," when this was just gonna happen? Ah. So that's what this was all about. Mr. Nielsen? Well, you are a key figure in this after all. I simply felt you had a right to know. Though talking through and discussing various theories was rather enjoyable, too. Receive the final volume of the Black Records. Ooh! It's relatively short compared to the others, so it shouldn't take you too long to decipher. In any case, you have my thanks for volunteering your time. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go off in search of my next story. Wait, you're leaving? How? I think he's planning on using his legs. Oh, I've arrived. I've arranged passage with one of the transports passing through from Aragon. They'll take me as far as Milsante, and then I'm sure I can find myself a train from there. Wow, that's pretty thorough. Do you mind if we tag along? This is just too good to pass up. I've got to tell Rains about this. Well, it looks like this is where we part ways. But I expect we'll meet again. Perhaps with my commander present the next time around. Huh. An appealing prospect to be sure. Thanks for everything, Mr. Nielsen. I feel like my understanding is finally up to speed. Try to take a wider perspective of what we're getting ourselves into going forward. Yes, thank you. This has all been very enlightening. The pleasure was all mine. Now then, I'll bid you farewell. Okay, chat, we're gonna call it there. As soon as I regain control. I guess Grace and Rains really are going along with them, aren't they? Thanks much, Rain. I'll get right on translating the final volume. It'll take me a couple of days, but I'll try to get it done before you have to leave. I appreciate it. Will you be heading back to your Merkaba then? Not yet. I need to discuss some things with Rosine. Plus, I thought I'd stick around to help with some of the repairs to your Merkaba. Take care, instructor. Hopefully we'll meet again sooner instead of later. Well, we did spend 2 years together at Thor's. That has to count for something, no? Now then, everyone, until we meet again, take care in the meantime. Phew. That really was a loaded conversation, huh? But everything we learned from it made it worthwhile, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Some of it was hard to parse, but I feel like I've gotten my head together now. I won't let all this talk of prophecies and destiny hold me back. Whatever the Black Records say will happen, I'll face it head on. Yeah, that's a good motto to have, Rain. Come on, controller. That's the spirit, and remember, all of us will be right here by your side. Interview with Nielsen. Got a Goldia gem, AP increased by 1 for getting a question right at least. What else can I do here before I... There's nobody to talk to. It's not Old Road 2 that we need to go to, is it? Is there a cryptid here, chat?
I'm going.
My turn.
That enemy is strong.
This one might be worth my time. Hey, you rest in peace. Let's go. Yeah.
My turn. There! There! I've got you! Yes! Battle complete.
Is there somebody I can talk to? Oh, I guess I can talk to these two. Okay. I'm gonna call it there, chat. Next time I will... Oh, there's still a lot of exploring to do. But fortunately, it's not that much. I'll explore Raquel next time. Until then, though, chat, let's look for a raid target. If I can Alt-tab to the correct thing. Thank you. Kana is no longer live with Final Fantasy 1. Damn. I wonder if she ended up beating it or not. I don't know. Let's turn on the music while I look, chat. For your sake. You're playing Tactics again. Do you want to go make a new friend, potentially? You're playing tactics, you're playing tactics, you're playing 14. Digimon Stories look so good. I want to play more of it. Can't right now. Nobody's really jumping at... maybe Yenna. Yeah, let's go raid Yenna. She's currently playing The Last of Us. Ooh, she has a new model, chat. It's been a while since we've raided her, so maybe it's not that new, but it feels new because I haven't seen it. As always, followers and subscribers can grab these 2 chat messages to go and show Yenna some love. She is currently playing The Last of Us. Is it 1 or 2 that she's playing? Looks like 1. I don't know enough about the 2 games to know the difference. But yeah, that's what she's playing. You all have a good night, chat. We'll see you again next time. Bye!